He's doing some stuff.
I'm gonna choose the heck out of it. You know I got to.
Can I do that? Sure, he's got plenty.
If nothing else, I'm gonna go down on Tuesday or Thursday and just sit in there. While somebody's here.
Yeah, I sent her my Shirley map of the intersection.
Anyway, they got the survey. Yeah.
No, I had an appointment originally with Ben Friday at noon.
I just asked.
Oh, yeah, the plumbing debacle.
Yeah.
Maybe someone else.
And he called me up Friday morning and
I
said,
thought you wanted to.
Keith, can I reschedule you for tomorrow? I'm not gonna be here.
Yeah, okay.
That would be an easy.
As long as I got it cut before today, I was good.
Oh, no, you need.
Before the meeting today.
Yeah.
I think you asked me.
I said, I was good. I'm fine.
16.
And I'm playing.
Another manager.
Friday,
Next year.
It was nice because at 3 on a Saturday.
Saturday is
If
2.
it had been noon on Friday, I might have had trouble finding to park my golf cart in front of me.
Right.
So you have to walk.
Saturday at 3, I was ready to do.
Took my tissues.
I found somewhere you can put the cross in the back of the
Kitchen, so maybe that's why that's
I
tissues.
have my phone, you have to
So it's
sign
like.
up.
So when I was
Give
there.
me a text.
Well, I hope not.
She's like.
Better not.
Better not.
She's like, so we're gonna operate for a year. She's like, we're gonna close down.
Better not in the next
Another
one.
one. She's like, make it to where everything has to close. Because they're gonna turn it into like a truck stop. Yeah. I should have a shop in the back, it was all redone. Yeah, she said, she's like, this was just get in here, get it open. She's like, get on the map and be done with it. She's like, so next year we'll get
I
the
showed.
big. She's like, this will just get in here, get open. She's like, next year they'll. It's really hoping they would take it and they would change it to.
Okay, I see one. There's one for sale now.
Sandwiches and 5 pound bags.
So I guess everyone's did. I'm guessing that's probably what's gonna happen. Where you walk in the building right here and then everything's behind it. Well, and I'm wondering if they're not gonna take where the kitchen's at to where the kitchen used to be, like off to the side. That's going to
You
be.
should make a popcorn, hot tamale popcorn.
Oh, they're gonna get slots. Well, it's not like they don't have. Yeah, they gotta put it, yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I
that is
walked in
something
there because I
that
wondered
ever
how they're
since
gonna
I,
do this
when
everything.
we adjust our
Kept it the
feet
same
and
as
go to
Atherton's,
the
but.
and stuff,
Yeah.
he always would get popcorn and hot tamales and he'd eat them together.
Cashier,
Yeah.
I should mention that to him.
until he can learn where.
Tell them I'm real good at suggesting.
I mean, I was kinda surprised at what they did with.
This week's flavor is honey
Not
mustard.
horrible, but.
It's what?
Honey mustard.
Oh yeah, from the mentioned,
I may have to try that.
I know, the amount of things they had in that.
Tell Jeff, he does a hot tamale when we know before he does it.
Like between all the
Okay.
pallets of stuff.
You know, we do a cinnamon.
They do it.
What's that?
Cinnamon popcorn.
Put new pumps in.
That's basically what a hot tamale is.
Yeah.
Just a hot cinnamon.
Like,
Stuff, cause he uses like
they switch them. They have the old ones that they pull out of the
Or
ground.
get hot tamales with all of them.
All the awning torn out.
That might be a little
All
expensive.
the tanks on you got.
And if you find the little red hot.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
DOT is renting.
My grandma used to put those in apples.
Equipment parked in there.
Yeah, we had a good time sitting there talking.
I know.
7 or 8 pieces of equipment.
Is that what
Yes.
Tanks get taken up to TNT.
Oh, boy, man.
Or send her.
Tell your dad I was coming to you. He says, no, I wasn't gonna tell
I
you.
like to need,
Put it in your hand, your sick hands touch on
No, he
mine.
probably
And
lost
they
the
were losing, they were getting out of there.
I'll just take my.
I'm gonna start coming near you.
Thank you.
Is that enough?
Yep.
I figured every point I could get, each jab.
A little bump here and a little bump there.
It's always good
I
for
like
him.
it.
He does it to me every time I come in there.
Keeps him on his toes.
That's right.
I see you walking your dog, wouldn't you have to walk off
I
on
like to grab a.
No, we walk her 3 to 4 times a
Gas
day.
pumps,
I have a glove.
or the gas pump.
We don't have a
I like
dog.
the smell.
Well, that's like.
So therefore we can't just let them out
Into it.
to go pop.
Everybody really
We
likes
literally,
the gas pump.
in the morning, in the afternoon,
We're
we eat.
Sorry.
Maybe throw a fourth one in there for good measure.
Got caught between the.
It was one of those, mats, like
In
this.
between the front wheel and the frame.
Part of it's astroturf like grass. The other part's a path.
Call to order the council meeting for the city of Fulton. Roll call, please, Tori.
Mayor Malone,
Here.
Alderperson Boonstra,
Here.
Burgraff. Here. King,
Present.
Mask. Here. Ratcliffe,
Here.
Sewell,
Here.
Van Campen.
Pledge of allegiance, please.
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, first item is number 7, consent agenda. All items on the consent agenda will be enacted by a single motion and roll call vote. Any item may be removed upon request of the mayor or any alderman and considered individually after all other items of business on the consent agenda. We have approved the regular meeting minutes from April 27, 2026 city council meeting. Approved the budget hearing minutes from April 27, 2026 public budget hearing, and approved the bill list. Motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Support.
Discussion.
I have a question on the bill list, not a specific one, but I just saw the long list of the credit cards that's used. And I wondered, is there an advantage? Is that why we use the credit card so much?
Some of these places we don't have accounts with, so it's easier just to use the credit card instead of setting up an account for maybe a one-time purchase or.
Okay. I just see like the vehicles being serviced, and I would think we'd have an open account with some of them.
Some of that was oil for the generators that Chad had bought. Trying to look at
Acquired.
just some minor things.
Acquired the generator.
Yes.
We didn't buy it.
Nope, we did not.
Okay.
We acquired.
I had a question on the bill list, specifically towards the bottom of page 8. I didn't look up the code for this, so I was curious if it went to the police budget or to public works budget for the flashing stop sign.
Yeah,
for
was that expensive? I would-
7,140.
Yeah.
That went to MFT budget.
Okay. And who actually purchased that?
I did.
Logan, thank you. Is this for the 10th?
Yep, 10th and 12th.
Okay.
Waiting on polls right now still.
Okay. And I know that you were on vacation the last meeting. You're familiar with the new purchase? Okay. So like that's something that would fall into on a forward basis, so. No, I just wanted to verify that that was what that stop sign was for. Thank you.
I had an item just for clarification and notes on the public hearing minutes that Alderperson Van Campen left at 6:13. But then it notes the meeting closed out at 5:20, so she technically would have left during the actual council meeting, not the public hearing, just FYI.
Thank you, I will make that change.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Well, just on page 9 there, in the middle of the page, Jerry Lewis got a reimbursement for a boot. And then he got another one, and I just wondered, did he buy one boot, or how did?
So Public Works is able to roll their boot allowance over. So if they don't buy them in 1 year, they can roll it over to the next. So then instead of having $150, they would have $300 available to them. And I don't remember the exact amount of his boots. They were right around $300,
Yeah.
so. But they have to produce the receipt after they've been purchased.
But they are buying a pair at a time.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought maybe one was for one boot and one.
Nope.
We did not think that.
No, but it just read that way, boot.
Only if I was one-legged public works person. They would get one.
Which were equal
Discount.
opportunities, so that could be.
Do they do that frequently where they roll it over and?
Just depends on the year. Sometimes they get used and some boots don't really hold up, and then the next year, or the next pair you get, they might last 2 or 3 years.
I have one additional question. Dwayne, I'm not sure if you can answer this for me or not. Middle of page 9, work on squad 104, $3,198. Is that one of our problem vehicles? Problem PD?
Well, 104 is, yeah, that is, yeah, that's Jeremy's. He had a bunch of
Brakes and.
and I can't remember what else it was, but yeah,
Brakes,
there was some.
radiator leak.
But it wasn't an engine issue
No,
related to the
no,
bed?
no.
Okay.
And that's the oldest one we have.
Is 104?
Is 104.
That's
That's
Jeremy.
2019.
Jeremy Lights and Squad Car.
Yep.
I think it had some suspension problems too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a
checklist
handful
of
of
things,
things,
yeah.
I know nothing is cheap in repairs, auto repairs anymore, but just wanted to make sure it wasn't a engine issue.
No, but yeah, I know for sure brakes, and then I know there was a leak in one of the radiator hoses and a couple other minor things to take care of.
Okay.
Anyone else? Roll call, please, Tori.
Alderperson Boonstra?
Yes.
Surratt?
Yes.
King?
Yes.
Nass?
Yes.
Ratcliffe?
Yes.
Sewell?
Yes.
Van Campen? Yes.
All right, next we have a motion to approve and vote on the banner pole application form. Motion, please.
So moved.
Support.
Discussion.
Yes, I have a question. It talks about, well, there's a couple things on here. First of all, it's $250 for a fee, and then trips to repair. So if I put a flag up and let's say the wind took it down, then I have to pay to go have that fixed.
Yes.
Yes.
Why don't we have that built in already then, instead of like,
May not blow down.
it could roll down 10 times. I'm just saying there should be like one fee, so if something needs to be repaired, then it's just, that's just my thought, that it just all is in one, like, oh, by the way, you have a hanging on yours, so it was $35 to go fix that. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you sign up for something, this is what it is, and then if stuff happens to it, then it's that person's responsibility to take care of it, because we paid an initial fee. That's with anything with business. You know, I put a sign out in somebody's yard, I've had it stolen many times, I don't go back to the homeowner and say, you owe me $75 for the signs. It's just a part of having that business.
Well, I think it's because he has to get the bucket and go back down there and raise it up.
Yeah.
And I don't have a problem with that, but I'm just saying, include that all in one, so instead of $250, make it $300. You know,
Well, then what happens if it goes down 2 or 3 times?
what if it happens, it goes down none?
Well, then you don't pay the $35.
But then you make that extra 50. I'm just saying, I don't like that, that's just my thoughts. And then also it says, all banners must be rented. Are you saying that you have to,
16.
so you have to have 16 people rent it before one gets put up?
No, if you rent it, you have to do all 16 poles.
So it'd be like an
Yeah.
organization or a person putting them up for
Thought
all.
I switched that last time.
We should probably clarify that, we're not, banners aren't being rented, the pole placement. Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably change that verbiage.
There's just
If you're
several
gonna,
things in here.
if you're gonna hang a banner, you have to hang 16 of them.
You don't have to hang 16 of them, but you're paying for everything.
Yeah, 16 poles.
Well, wait, I'm confused. So if we're doing the ones for the vets, I have to buy 16 poles? I have to put 16 different people up there?
No.
So
No,
that's
you're
why I'm confused.
Yes.
You're renting them all. Nobody else is going up while you have your rental, period.
If you wanna rent a pole to hang a banner, you can't just rent one. You have to rent all 16.
That way we don't have multiple people trying to rent it at the
Have
same
different
time.
things and different types and different sizes, yeah.
We're trying to limit it to like groups, you know, you're gonna do it, you're gonna take them all at one time and you're gonna.
So whoever, like, okay, for example, Dutch Days, you are gonna rent all 16 poles at that $250, preferably $300. And so for that amount of time, you have all 16 poles. So if the organization that comes in that wants to do, for the veterans, that organization will rent 16 poles.
They
So
already
you
have, they already have all 16 sold.
But what I'm getting at is like, you can't have like 8 poles for the vets and 8 poles for Dutch Days.
That's
It's
the way
all
this
just, for that period, it's all 16, all or one, and even if you don't fill them all, you still have to pay for all.
Correct.
Okay, cause that's not that clear there, you know what I'm saying? It makes sense, it's just not clear.
Well, they bring the banner for us to approve before it goes up anyway, so we'll know what it looks like.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking like this, where it says banners cannot be used for business or advertisement and all must be rented, 16 total. That's what I'm saying. So like if an organization doing, then regardless if they don't fill them, they're still responsible for the payment for 16 poles.
Correct.
Okay. Cause when I'm just looking at it, that's what I came about. So we're gonna
The
change,
$250 fee is for all 16.
it's not for each?
No,
It's for all
no,
16.
it's for all 16.
Yeah, 250
right.
for 16 poles.
16.
So can we have a little bit clearer definition in there for just general people? Because when I'm reading that, look at all the questions I have. You know, and I'm just a general person. I haven't been in a lot of the conversations with this, so when I was reading it, it was kind of confusing to me. So, I mean, just a little bit more specifics.
Well,
You
we've
know?
already made the decision for this year, right? So we really have a whole full year here to discuss this. Doesn't have to be done immediately, because it's not,
Well, aren't we voting on this for right now?
well,
Yes.
that's what's on the agenda, but I don't know why we have to rush to do it when we've already decided what we're gonna do for this coming year. I thought we were taking the rest of the year to look at it and to study it and see what kind of response we
What if
get.
somebody wants to rent the poles after veterans come down on Veterans Day?
Well, that's when the Christmas decorations go up, so for the calendar year, it's committed.
But, see, that's what you thought, but
But that's what we voted on.
did we? I
Yes, at the last meeting, that's what we voted on.
I think these
The
are
vote was
minor
just-
enough that we can.
The vote was just for this year, is all we voted on, at the last meeting, we just voted for this year. And then we were gonna spend time looking at this. I think it's important that we see what the public wants at downtown. We need them down here, so I think it's important that somehow we get an input from, do they like the banners, do they not like them? Do they want more, less? We want them downtown. I have a couple questions on it also. On the paragraph down at the bottom, I understand the permission is granted solely for the purpose of allowing private banners. And I didn't understand what private meant. Private meant to me, somebody personally could buy a banner celebrating an anniversary or a birthday or some celebration. Private to me means an individual owner. And I remembered asking Rebecca her opinion. She said to stipulate non-for-profit, and I'm not seeing that anywhere in here either. And I thought that was an important thing to add. And I don't know about the 60-day limit. I don't know if that's a good thing or a not thing. That's what we've done in the past, as long as we've been doing it. But I don't know if there's some celebration the city's gonna celebrate that's gonna be a longer that, and what is the city's role in this? The city, if we decide as a city we wanna do something, we're gonna put something up for approximately $2,000 for 60 days. And then are we just gonna leave them blank? If we're certainly not very inviting to encourage us.
$2,000 from?
Hmm?
Where are you getting $2,000 from?
That's what the Dutch Day Committee paid for our 16 banners this year.
Do we already have City of Fulton banners? We do not, so
No.
we need to be purchased.
I just think we have time to work on this, and as long as there's a question, I had questions of my own, but Kathy has one also, so I just think we have time. I don't know why we're rushing to vote on this. I think it's a good idea. I just think, why do it, and then 6 months later, we come back and we want to amend it.
I don't know that it's been rushed. We had a discussion without an application. We tasked Eric to find some references and applications. He did. We brought it. We discussed it. We made changes to it, discussed it again, and now this is the final product. What's rushed about 4 meetings?
Well, it may not be rushed, but again, I still have questions at that, looking at it from the
And I
outside
have
in.
questions.
I like it. I like the application, because I was the one that asked for it too. I'm just saying, I don't think it's quite as clear as what it could be. Because just looking at it, you know, there's some simple questions. I'm just talking a few like verbs. You know, just tweaking it up a little bit. And I don't think we have to have a committee to do that either.
Okay, what would you like changed? What wordage would you like put in there?
Banners to poles.
Yeah.
poles must be rented 16 total, right?
Yeah.
I'd clarify downtown, because we're not talking about any other poles around the city, correct?
Right.
I think that's a good point at that. I need clarification what's a private banner? Who's the private owner? And I liked Rebecca's suggestion that we stipulate a non-for-profit. I'm not finding that in here.
Well, do you all, someone want a motion to table then, or?
I make a motion, we table it.
I second.
What's the action gonna be in between now and the next time it surfaces then?
Can I just take the form and make some tweaks and then bring it back and see if everybody from what, not a meeting, don't need to have a meeting, you know, just need to have my PDF and sit and just make a few changes, just so it's a little bit more clear and then go from that. That's my only thought.
Anyone else before we vote to table?
Well, she can't make that motion. It has to be the person who made the motion for the ordinance to table.
I don't know, who has that?
I made it.
King and
And I'll make the motion to table it.
You will?
Yes.
Thank you.
Then I think Mimi seconded it.
Yeah, support.
So the motion is?
Is a table it.
Table it.
Thank you.
Roll call, please, Tori.
Alderperson Berggraf,
Yes.
King,
Yes.
Mask,
Yes.
Ratcliffe,
Yes.
Sewell,
Yes.
Van Campen,
Yes.
Enstra.
Yes.
All right, next for discussion is the council's pay rate revised ordinance. We also have, oh, hang on. Tori gave you a handout of the revised ordinance. Page 11 has the reference here from the Illinois law, basically. In paragraph A, we should be paid at an annual rate or for each meeting of the corporate authorities actually attended. Our current ordinance is written as, it says meeting. It's basically an annual salary written per meeting. So if we want to leave it as is, then I'm really suggesting that we change the verbiage to say, as an example, city mayor, $375 annually instead of the meeting, or as we've been provided on page 22 of your handout that Tori gave you, B breaks down like per month and per meeting, because I know we work outside of these meetings, so that would be in that instance there. I'm open to suggestions. This is just for discussion.
This is our ordinance now?
No, this is, well, the first page.
You're right, yeah, and this is the second page is what,
Letter A is the ordinance that you have now, because you can't change your pay mid your term.
Right.
So letter B would talk about if you made the change, that would go into effect for people who are elected in the seats in the next election. And you would not be under that until your seat came up for election, if you went for re-election or re-elected.
So I've sent this to personnel to work on for now, but if anyone has any suggestions for them before they meet.
well, actually, you know, way I looked at our pay, $75 a meeting, okay, is that even if we don't per attended, that's what, if you don't attend, you don't get pay, if that's what the questioning is, correct? Is that what our
That's what
goal
I'm-
is?
Yeah, Yes.
Okay, but in reality, the way I look at it, even though we're coming to one meeting, but actually, we're working all month, because we're getting phone calls, emails, answering people's questions and everything else for $75, so I don't know,
Well, then I would just propose change it to an annual salary. And then it's not based on per meeting, as page 11 of the packet suggests. An annual rate.
Does that mean you're just gonna pay once a year?
No, I mean,
Monthly basis.
monthly
monthly.
basis. Right, that's what I was getting to, is,
Oh,
so
okay.
that's, the annual salary would be the,
Per month.
yes,
And then if you do additional meetings, the same as what we are.
yeah,
Yeah.
75.
I like how it is, cause I agree with you.
Yeah.
And,
like how.
Well, this week I haven't had any calls, but like before, like when the garbage.
right, and, but still, I understand what Shane's saying.
Yep.
If people don't attend the meetings and they're getting, and they know they're gonna get paid, how do we revise that?
We can put something in there for unexcused absences, you know, you can
Right,
have
you-
2 annually or something for,
Right,
you know, there's
Per
excused
quarter.
absences, but then unexcused.
Yeah.
but I also think if you're on vacation, you should still get paid
If
because,
that's
It
an
should be
excused
excused.
absence.
I was on the township prior to here, and you were allowed one meeting missed. And then,
And everybody worked locally probably in the township.
and they were at
Or
75.
retired.
When I was on the personnel committee, when we went to the 75, the other person on the committee just liked it because across the street, those people were making 75 long before we were. And so that's how we ended up at the 75, because they were. And I just talked to the township supervisor the other day, and he's recommending to his board that they're gonna go to 125.
The township is meeting one time a month, twice?
They meet once a month, and they have no standing committees, so.
but I understand also that we have people that work and sometimes they aren't able to attend the meeting. But I do believe that they're on the phone, they are watching it. I know that you can't vote, you can't do anything, but so I don't know how we would. I think if it's work related, if they're at work or if they're on vacation, they still should get paid.
For a family event. I agree with that.
And if it's an absenteeism, that's a separate issue when somebody's consistently not here. I mean, that's a whole different,
Unexcused absence,
Yeah.
you know.
which can that be put into the ordinance for?
I think it gets a little hairy
Yeah,
to
right,
determine
legally.
who's unexcused and who's excused, who's making that
I've
call.
looked at some other ordinances, in Savannah, for example, has in their ordinances that aldermen can have a certain number of absences for whatever they want, they still get paid for those meetings. Then after that, it would have to be excused. I don't know how they deal with the excuse thing, whether it's a closed session vote of the board at that time.
Well,
They
maybe
have it built
that's,
in to allow for a certain number of unexcused, no explanation absences.
well, maybe we could put in there, you know, I don't know, you're allowed, an alderman's allowed to miss 7-day meetings a year.
How many?
7?
I think that was just an arbitrary, just.
That's just, that's just, come on, Mark, don't have a heart attack, come on. I'm just throwing something out there,
It's only 24.
so. But, you know, put a set number on what they can miss,
Sure.
and then after that, no, you know, they don't get paid.
I think that's fair. And if other places are doing it again, I think we need to be like everybody else too, so.
So,
Well, not
that's
like
just
everybody
my
else.
suggestion,
Yes, we
because
are.
it's hard, I've been on almost 14 years and.
Well, what I'm hearing is, we like the annual salary. It's just, personnel can be, run with that, and then just, you know, discuss how many
Well, it
they want
technically
to miss,
stays the
and
same
then
as
bring
it
it back
is.
to the council to vote.
Technically, it stays the same as it is.
Yeah, but it'll, the verbiage definitely needs to be changed.
Right.
Just like last meeting, I'm a big proponent of just taking our current ordinance and changing it to meeting attended.
Works for me too, whatever council's happy with.
But I have a question, okay, like, if the personnel could think about regular meetings is what I'm talking about, like if they have, budget meetings and they can't make it, that shouldn't go against the councilman.
Well, your committee meeting, you don't get paid if you don't go anyway.
Right, and that's what, I just want to clarify that if it's budget season, you know, we might have 4 or 5, if they don't make, that don't go against their.
Excused absences.
Right,
Oh, right, no,
right, it's
This
just regular meetings we're
Yeah.
talking about, yes.
council meeting.
Mhm.
Terry and I will take a look at it.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you. Next, we have collateral assignment of redevelopment agreement, pages 12 through 30. Eric's gonna talk us through that.
Yeah, thank you, Eric.
So if you remember back to last fall, we did a collateral assignment for Dan Dolan down at the grow facility. Essentially what that stated was, the money that we would have paid him directly to him, we paid to his bank. So that's what this is. So you have 2 different versions. The first one on page 12, or 12 through 17 is the new agreement. Or like that one got double printed, but that's the new agreement that they would like. Page 22 was the old agreement, and it has the red lines through what changes they are requesting. And our TIF attorney, Rob Lesage, has looked this over. This is pretty much identical to what we did for the grow facility. This agreement would be for what is the dispensary now out there at 136 and 84.
Why is the amount increased by almost 100,000?
What did,
That would be page 22.
I'm trying to think of what Rob told me as to
Third
why
way
that
down, maybe?
is.
Third paragraph?
Yep. He told me why, I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it was because we did away with something, and
Is it something for the first 5 years and then it changed?
I don't remember exactly how he worded it.
Well, I mean, Dan Dolan would be requesting an additional $100,000 reimbursement, right, for something.
I don't remember off the top of my head what he told me.
Are you talking about page 22?
Yes.
Third
I
paragraph?
think that's what he's borrowing.
That's not our reimbursement, his loan amount is changing.
So he's borrowing
He's borrowing more money from the
398.
bank.
Okay.
It doesn't have anything to do with the city, it's his loan obligation to his bank.
It says original principal amount and it's changing, not that there is a new,
He's refinancing.
okay. Not to get overly technical about it, but that verbiage should probably be changed then.
I mean, our TIF attorney's already looked it over, and he's the one who sent it to me.
So the last time that we talked about the TIF, this would obviously fall into TIF 2, or excuse me, TIF 1, thank you. I think at that time Ally had pulled the numbers, and I'm not even gonna try to attempt to quote where we were at on the payment of that original number, but we weren't gonna hit it by the time the TIF agreement, the TIF, what's the word I'm looking for, TIF district ended. We're obviously filing paperwork to extend that now. So, I mean, does he hit this number in the next 25 years or however long we're extending?
The TIF extension would be, if we are approved, would only be up to 15.
And hit 2028, 29,
28.
28, okay.
December 31st of 28. But with that, we would have to renegotiate our agreement with, the Dolans on this, because if we were to extend out the life of the TIF, that would enter into a new agreement.
That's what I was gonna ask. So if we extend the TIF agreement for a longer period of time, he continues to get that benefit for a longer period of time?
We can renegotiate what he is getting. So we would essentially request to drop off the sales tax portion that we would pay him back. And we would continue, more than likely, these are all hypotheticals, we would continue to pay to, the property tax value that we've been paying. Cause right now we pay, property tax reimbursement on top of, we pay a percentage of the sales tax back. If we were to extend the life of the TIF, we would look to drop off the sales tax portion and only pay back the property tax portion.
I wondered how that would work, because obviously he's gotten the benefit over this last
Right.
period of time. We're really looking to attract new people into the
Because
development area.
it's, so the agreements we come to are based off of the life of a TIF of a 20-year TIF district. So he didn't actually start getting anything until 2016. So he's only getting half of the TIF district funding. Yeah, so.
And this kind of goes to what I just stated, like, we paid a fraction of this original number in the TIF agreement with Dan Dolan. I'm not exactly sure why we're agreeing to another 100,000. I mean, that's,
We are not agreeing to it. That's what he's borrowing, that 398,000 is what he is borrowing.
This looks like a contract between him and his bank, and what does the city have to do with
It's, so
this?
essentially what this is this just says we are going to, instead of paying directly to the Dolans, we pay directly to the bank.
Because he owes the bank.
Because he owes the bank, and that is, this is the exact same agreement we just passed back in the fall, I wanna say in October-ish.
Does this say what we're paying on an annual basis back?
I'd have to pull those numbers, cause I don't know off the top of my head.
And then we pay this real estate tax, is that on top?
It's a reimbursement, so he pays them and then we reimburse him back.
Okay.
That's how the current agreement is set
And
up.
is this involved with that, or is that's
This
a
is-
separate issue that
this
we're
is-
still paying his real estate, or?
This is directly to his bank.
Okay, so this is separate, we're still in, how long are we paying those taxes for him?
Well, assuming our our TIF district doesn't get extended, 2 more years.
That's a 90-10 split or something like that, right?
I don't remember what it is, they change after so many years, I'd have to go back and pull what the actual agreement says. Cause the numbers change with, like I said, we pay a percentage of the sales tax back to him, but we also cover the property taxes. I'm guessing it's probably an 80-20 by now,
Okay,
but
that was just the initial, maybe it was the 90-10.
Well, it's a strange arrangement, isn't it?
every TIF agreement's a little bit different.
So at the end of the day, we're paying this to him regardless, it's just we're agreeing through this agreement to pay it to the bank directly.
Yeah, we pay directly to the bank, not
With an
to-
additional 100,000.
No, that is what he is borrowing. He is borrowing an additional $100,000. And we are still paying our regular fee to him. This just says that we will pay directly to his bank, not to him.
That fee, and then how long is that fee still?
2 years. That's when the TIF district expires.
Unless we extend.
Unless it gets extended, and then that becomes a whole different agreement. That we would have to-
Negotiation and everything.
Right.
so currently today, for this loan, this 298,
398.
but we have this agreement in place now?
Yeah, well, not to pay directly to his bank. We agreed to pay him $298,400.
Okay.
But he's refinancing and is taking out $398,000.
Okay.
I don't understand
We don't
why
have a
are we,
right to ask that.
We don't, I mean, that has nothing to do with the city.
why are we,
This just states that we are paying directly to his bank.
I mean, it does though, because we're increasing the amount that we would potentially reimburse them on.
That part does not
We have 2
change.
years left to pay on this.
No, I mean, yes, you do, you're correct.
We're going by the old contract, not this new one.
So at the end.
I guess my point is, we're never gonna hit the 298 numbers, why are we agreeing to change the agreement if the agreement's already in place?
And
For the
with only
number.
2 years left.
Yeah, we'll never hit the 298 number in 2 years.
Well, it looks like he changed the name of his LLC company
This
too.
just states we are agreeing to pay to the bank. That's all it states.
But we already have that agreement in place,
That right now, we pay directly to Dolan's.
okay?
This states we are going to pay directly to his banks, not to Dolan's. This part.
Why are we doing his accounting for him? I mean, why are we taking that extra step for him?
It's not an extra step for us. Instead of paying it to Dolan, we just send the bill to his bank, or the check to his bank.
If by redoing this, is this contract still gonna be in effect for 2 years only?
Yeah, like I said, all this states is we are going to pay directly to his bank. If the life of the TIF does not get extended, I mean, and like I said, and that's a whole separate issue that we would have to go over and renegotiate. This just states that instead of sending the check to Dan Dolan, or Kevin Dolan, we are gonna send it to their bank, Iowa Trust and Savings Bank, instead of directly to them.
We are not doing a new development agreement with him. What he's doing is he's assigning his rights under the development agreement to his bank. So he's assigning his rights to the TIF funds to his bank. The $398,000, that has nothing to do with it. That is entirely between him and his bank.
So why is that in there?
Cause
This
it's,
is the agreement with his bank.
He gave us a copy of the agreement with his bank.
Okay.
And within that agreement, it states that we're willing to pay the bank directly.
yeah, we will pay directly to the bank, not to the Dolan. Or Fulton Crossing.
After that 2 years and he doesn't decide to pay or something, the bank can't come back on us, say, hey,
That's between him and the bank.
Right.
Yeah, because it's right here, we pay that amount. And he's about.
We don't know why he's doing
paying
this.
us that.
He's refinancing, I believe it's for his solar that he has down at, or he's getting ready to install down at the grow facility. Is what it sounded like
I
to
was
me.
guessing that, but I.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Why wouldn't he refinance his, or redo the agreement for TIF 2?
He already did.
No, but if he's gonna be placing the panels, if this is part of the financing for those panels, those are going into TIF 2, right? Not TIF 1, I don't know why he wouldn't just do that if we already have that agreement in place. You know, to pay his
Because our
bank
agreement
directly.
is through TIF 1. So he has to redo the agreement that we have under TIF 1.
Okay.
So he's reappropriating where the money's going. So like I said, instead of us paying directly to Fulton Dispensary, it pays to the Iowa Trust and Savings.
Do we not have a separate agreement for the grow facility?
We do.
That's what I was,
Yeah, and we did this exact same thing at the grow facility not less than 6 months ago.
You must not have been asleep.
I don't remember it at all.
Good. All right, next for discussion is Memorial Day meeting. We currently have a meeting scheduled for May 25th, Monday, it's a holiday. I don't know that Eric or the staff will be here. So the question is, do we want to postpone or cancel?
I will not be here either.
Can we just go to the following Monday, or is that not on the calendar?
Do we need to?
I thought if we couldn't change it like that, we had to keep it like it was, otherwise it was a huge problem.
We passed the ordinance where I can change it.
We just move it to the
It's changed
26th.
From Monday to Tuesday in the past, but I don't know how we want to do it now.
Is the,
The following Monday, it starts at June.
okay.
Tuesday the 26th, can we do that?
I
Works for
can.
me.
I can't. We have bingo.
Everybody has their priorities, Kathy. We get
Excused
that.
absence.
That is Kiwanis fundraiser.
Well, as long as we have, who said we can't,
I have an appointment in Iowa City at the hospital. I don't know if I'll be back in time or not.
well, we need 5 of us here, 4 of us here now. There's only 7 of us. We need 4 people that can make it that night.
Terry will be here. Sue, Mindy,
Me.
Zach, Barb,
I don't know, I got bingo.
excused absence.
Somebody has to keep
Zach,
that.
Zach helps with the bingo.
So,
If I'm back, I'll be here.
Sure. I'll be here.
But we have 4.
Logan, you'll be
Sue,
here?
Terry.
Tori?
yeah, if we wanted to move it up even to 5 o'clock, I could accommodate that too.
Oh, well, let's do
Oh, I
that.
could do, yeah, I could come in,
That's-
I just have to leave at like
Let's do that.
quarter
Or
to 6.
4:30 even, but I wanna also give time to, if Keith could make it back.
I don't care. It's up to Mindy. Mindy is the one that's gotta get out of work.
That might make it real hard for me to get back in time.
Okay. Just leave it at the regular time then. 5:30.
Can always leave early if you need to.
Well, I'm pushing at 5:30, I'm not gonna come up 15 minutes.
It's your decision.
It is. I'm gonna come 15 minutes.
All right, then based on ordinance 1777, I will reschedule the meeting to May 26th at 5:30.
And we'll get a reminder, Tori. Thank you.
All right, next is the open seat for 4th Ward. Last meeting, Jackie announced that it would be her last meeting. Then on May 5th, she sent her resignation to me and Tori, and we forwarded it to county, and they said thank you. So we have an open seat. What you have here is a fact sheet for filling in open seat. I'll just highlight some notes here. It is Ward 4. If anyone is interested, that is north side of 4th Avenue going north. So if you live on 4th Avenue, the north side, or anywhere beyond north of that, you may fill the seat.
It's easy if you look at the condos up on that avenue, 4th Avenue, by Bethel Church. So the north side of the street is in 4th Ward, and the south side of the street is in our 1st Ward. So it's easy to guess.
You do need to reside in the ward for 1 year preceding appointment. You may not be in debt to the city, so like your water bills all need to be paid up, no tickets. You can check your voter card, it'll say what ward you live in. You cannot have been convicted of any disqualifying crime that involves dishonesty, theft, embezzlement, bribery, fraud, election crime, or a violent felony. I do have 60 days from May 5th to make an appointment, and then council has 30 days after that to act on that appointment. So
60 and 30, did you just say?
I'm sorry?
60 and 30? You have 60 and then we have 30? Okay.
that is correct.
Okay.
So my plan was to have someone for you all before the 22 June meeting, as 60 days is the 4th of July.
So if people are interested, do they come talk to you? How does that work?
Yeah, they can come down to the city hall and someone here will, I mean, I'm not here all the time, but they can talk to Eric if he's here, or they can send an email and then we'll set up an appointment, come down and talk with Eric and I, kind of how Zach did.
So we put this information on our city website. Do we also ask our reporter to make sure that that gets in the paper?
If he wants to post it.
I think that would be good.
If you want to post it.
Yeah.
And Clinton Herald listens to our meetings, so
She may, just don't send us a bill, Jenna. And then, yeah,
I think that'll be helpful if they can.
Since Since we're talking about wards real quick, I just wanna interject, is there anywhere on our website where we can, cause someone asked me, they live on 17th Avenue, my old place, they wanted to know what ward they're in, and I'm like, I know it's you guys, but I don't know from what's blocked, whatever, so
14th
any.
Avenue.
South side of 14.
We need to have that on our
Yes.
website, period.
Thank you, that's what I'm trying to get, can we get something with a map where each section is just highlighted, this is your ward, this is, you can say, look at your voter registration card, but it doesn't matter.
Okay,
There's a lot of people that don't even know what that is. But can we get that on our website, so we just have an outline of what wards are and who it is that represents those wards, so if people have questions, that they
Well, they
may
know.
have.
It's already on there, who's
That-
in what ward, you just have to put the map on the wall.
Okay.
Tori, can you make that happen?
Yes.
Thank you.
Put that on.
Thank you for backing me on that side.
We'll also put it on the city Facebook page tomorrow, I just didn't wanna put it on there before the meeting tonight. All right, next we have, chief police report. Officer Hamilton's here this evening, if you have any questions.
I have a question on this, is it called a step grant? I wrote it down and then I kept on reading to the end, that the grant was for $8,900. Does that go to like pay overtime so you guys can have?
Yeah, all the overtime is funded from that program.
Okay.
So basically, there's several dates that have been listed per this grant. They're 4-hour increments. So, and it's basically just traffic enforcement.
Okay.
So,
That was,
Nice little bonus.
that's a little clarification that I was looking for, thank you.
yeah, and I mean, like I said in there, I mean, it's more like, you know, the click it or ticket campaigns, the DUI details, things like that. So just trying to work on traffic safety, so.
I'd like to thank Chad and you guys for finding all these programs and
Oh, yeah.
things that we're getting.
Yeah, there's sometimes a little digging involved, but.
Yep, well, I
For sure.
commend you on it. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Do they do one of these every year? No. Like, make the grant available at?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's available, like I said, we do it, there's several other departments that get it, I know, Whiteside County has had some here in the last 6 months, they've had a detail for it, so.
Gotcha.
So, yeah, it's pretty spread out, but,
So on the page 33, you know, it says that grant runs from October 1st through September 30th, which I assume is the federal.
yeah, they try to surround it around the holidays, so.
So you would have to use it anyway by the end of that?
Correct.
Alright. Those holidays make sense then.
Absolutely.
So that means like, you're gonna do like, you know, like the bridge checks and stuff, like.
We won't do bridge checks, so basically just the officers that sign up for their 4-hour shift, they're just out there doing traffic enforcement, they don't answer calls, you know, they don't do anything else. I mean, if there's a need to back somebody up, they will, but otherwise, it's literally just, they're out watching traffic, making stops and things like that, so.
Well, just their presence makes a difference.
Absolutely.
That's for me. Yeah.
Anyone else? All right, next is, any Alderman comments?
I have a couple, just curious about the cleanup status. Can you bring us up to date, Eric?
Continuing to clean this up, that's about all I have for it.
And any offer to sell or?
It's listed right now,
It is listed. What's the price listing now?
36,000, I believe it is.
36,000, and it's gonna be all cleaned up.
I can't guarantee that, but
That's different than the last one you gave us, 27 plus cleanup. Interesting.
Eric, do we have any loan numbers yet?
I was gonna get with you and Minnie to get a finance meeting so we can go over those.
Okay.
Another comment, I wanted to thank Public Works and the Police Department and the Fire Department for Dutch Days. Had a great festival. Things went well. Appreciated all their support, all their help throughout the weekend. Just grateful for it. And we had a medical emergency pretty much right at the peak of our time with the amount of people here. And both EMTs and police were right on task right away. I asked the audience to just stay where they were and remain, and everybody just stayed perfectly silent. So it went really quite smooth. Everybody was impressed. Several people said later how well that was handled. So we appreciated their skills and attentiveness right away, so. And I've also asked Chad if he could check with some other communities. We have children, small children, who step out into the parade route. And it used to be, I would just ask, please pull your children back, and people would. But they don't so much now. And we still have the Shriners come with their vehicle, so that's always a worrisome time that kids are.
Oh, sure.
So I left him a message and said, would you check with other communities, and maybe they've found some way to be more effective with keeping kids off the parade route when we've got those kind of vehicles at least.
I have a suggestion, make it so they can't hand out candy.
Yeah, I know, but it's part of the parade. I agree with you, that's the.
Ever since I've been a kid and you've been a kid, it's always happened.
So sirens were too,
We don't do that anymore?
but, no.
Why?
I don't know. It was condemned. I'll say that.
All you know is Terry put his hands up and says, I'm not saying no.
I have another question. When's Ellie gonna be back?
So she is partially back.
Oh.
So she's doing some mornings to try and get caught up. So she'll be kind of in and out based on, you know, appointments and whatever else. So, but she is partially back right now.
Great.
Okay.
The Dandola signs with the rat, any comments on that? Like, they can just be there as long as they wanna be there?
As long as they're not impeding traffic, they're not hurting anything.
Okay.
Did you see the other car?
I did
Okay,
see
I had it
it's
last.
they have that right to be there, so.
Okay, you've all got a paper in front of you. Okay. It didn't get put in the last time, but I wanna go through this with you. Sorry to interrupt like this, but last minute. Okay, this is the Fulton City Community Picnic. The funding, this is what we're asking for, and we need to know if we wanna go with this or not, okay? The food, now this is all through Fulton Meat Locker. Okay, the hot dogs, the buns, the condiments, the baked beans are $3.50. The chips and water and soda, silverware is basically the hot dogs and the buns, it's $1,800, okay? And the total of the food is right around $4,000, okay? Then we have a drone show that Barb had checked into, it's $10,000. And we were requesting the city to pay $5,000 and then get donations for the other $5,000. And the band was $300, but I thought the band was already gonna be here.
That's what I thought.
The band accepts donations, so we don't have a dollar amount. We can pay them whatever we want. They only accept
Okay, cause you
donations.
had $300 on the thing, so.
What band is it?
The municipal band, and they're playing patriotic music throughout the course of the evening, of course. They had already been booked by the Miller's program, and so we just latched on to that. They were already here.
Are they for that same night, Barb?
Same night.
The 16th? That's why we moved it?
That's why we.
So, okay. So, this is why we are asking for a $10,000 budget for this community picnic and it's based on 375 people. And it will be put on the next to vote on. Correct, am I correct, Shane?
Yeah.
I have a quick question, if I can ask. So the food is 3,400, give or take, and then the drones show just itself is 10,000. Okay.
But we're only asking 5.
So you really need
Still
84.
need time, but yeah.
Still asking for 10. The drone show, we are going with this, but half of the drone show.
What are you guys gonna be asking for from the city financially at the next meeting? 5 or 10?
Total at like 8,500.
And yeah, 85, almost 10. I had put
Okay,
down
so you want
10,000.
the food and half the drone show?
Correct.
Okay.
Basically,
Correct.
I'm just trying to get a
basically.
absolute number.
Right.
At the bottom, she's got it.
Okay. And quick refresher, this is gonna be done in front of the windmill?
And we have to get, because I have to let Greg know, because originally it was July 24th, and now it's gonna be July 16th.
Okay.
So he wants to know if we're gonna do this so he can set the date.
And I'm assuming the drone show probably wants a deposit sooner versus later, if it's coming up, in 2 months.
They do.
Okay.
Have we started, like,
I would say,
5,000 isn't easy. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt Zach, I apologize.
okay. I just wanna, I think it's appropriate if we're gonna be voting on this now to give Sue and Barb at least a verbal heads up or thought, if you agree with it one way or another, because
Oh, the other part.
waiting 2 weeks or 2 weeks in a
I didn't have any
day.
of the prices for games and prizes. I did not have any prices of what the prizes would be, so.
I just, however you feel about this, I think time-wise, giving Barb and Sue the most advanced notice on what to expect in 2 weeks, because then it's 2 weeks closer. Do they tell the drone show, people know, we're not gonna have the money for it, or yes, we do think, we're gonna have fun for it, here's the deposit. Whatever we vote on, I feel we should give a verbal, one way or the other, how they're feeling, how you're feeling about it. But it's up to you, Shane, if you wanna do that.
What? I mean, we don't know until they
Well, no, but I mean,
get
take like
$5,000.
So what do we think, like on special projects or something?
So are you saying like, if they get 5,000, we'll match it? I mean, are we comfortable with that?
What if you get 7,000 in donations?
I think I took it as in, you may not want to donate at all, so give it a heads up. Is that what you're getting at? Cause I think you're leaning towards that, you don't like the idea maybe?
No, not at all.
Okay.
What pot of money would this come out of?
It's up to the council.
We don't have money in general.
There is a special event account, right?
We don't have.
Budget constraints.
And then my only other question I had on that,
I mean, if we have the money for it, then maybe we can find it, is it tourism? Can we use tourism money?
No. It's a community event.
No?
Yeah, it is a community event. It's designed to be for the community. Can't stop people from coming, but it's designed really for the community.
so my question from being on many fundraisers, coming up with $5,000 in 6 weeks is not always that easy.
Well, I think coming up with
Well, then we just
10,000
won't do the drone show.
in our general budget isn't easy.
I think the drone show is gonna be your biggest pull.
Well, no, what I'm saying
There's
is,
no question about that too. So-
you had said that, you guys just said, that if we could do half, you're only asking for half. What I'm saying is, what do you guys have an idea to raise that other, or do you have private donations already set up? That's what I'm getting at with it. So if we agreed for that 5,000, then are you guys gonna guarantee that we'll get that other 5?
We're asking for 10.
Yeah, but
Yes, but they're only asking for 5 for the drone. They're asking for 10 for everything, but only 5 for the drone. So what I'm saying is, to make that fundraiser so it happened, do you guys have that capability to do that within 2 months?
We don't know until we get approval here that we can go forward. I mean, we couldn't go out and
I'm
ask
kind
for
of the other
something
way.
without,
Right.
I'm kind of the other way. Like, hey, we have 5, we need 5 more. Not give us 5 and we'll go find 5. I mean, I can't, but if the council, definitely the 3,400, probably find that.
Could we work a deal out with the meat locker saying it's $1.50 for a hot dog and chips? And then we offset.
It's the only
backside.
thing the municipal government is doing for this celebration. We have a lot of other organizations who are doing things, but it's the only thing that we as a city are doing that I'm aware of.
That's hot dogs, so 1,800, and that's for buns, and that's baked beans.
These are the things why people like living in this community, is because of these things that happen.
I'm all for it, I just think that we should have probably done this a little bit sooner, but it is what it is.
Well, we've been talking about it for a long time.
I know we have, I guess we should have jumped on it sooner. So Zach, back to what would you like to see?
I just think that we should have a verbal go around the council, to see if, I mean, we're putting this on that, we're just gonna have the same discussion in 2 weeks. I'd just prefer to get it over with now and give Sue and Barb the knowledge, you know, now versus 2 weeks from now of how this council is leaning.
I support that.
Well, you know, the question, you know, it's 10,000, and if we're asking the city for 5, we don't get 5, we don't have the drone show.
That's how I feel.
And that is the draw, and that's what makes it unique.
I know, but if the city will give us 5, and if we don't collect the other 5, why then?
I don't know, the draw might be free food. That's a draw.
Well, when the Kiwanis does their free food, everybody shows up. Cause it's free food, and you bring kids, because honestly, it's expensive to take kids out.
That's the same week.
On Tuesday, yeah.
I think I'm good for the food.
I'm good for the food, the 5,000 only if they get the other 5,000.
Yeah, maybe like.
If they don't get the other 5,000, then no on that.
We accept that.
Okay,
Well,
If we can't get it, we
I'm only
don't
one
have it.
person.
yeah,
There's other people here that gotta
No, but I
weigh
agree
in on
with
that.
that your suggestion was valid.
But if they get 8,000, then I'm only in favor of giving them
Oh, yeah, we would
Still
get
five.
the
more.
remainder.
okay.
So,
If they get
so let us know
7,000, we'll give them 3.
Let us know on May 26th if you got the 5,000, then we can.
but we still would be given
And
10,000.
then in the meantime, Eric and I maybe the finance can dig in and look where
Yeah, look at it.
5 could come from, but
Well, I
I'd be
think,
comfortable with the food though, the 3,400.
I personally think if we are going to say to the community that we don't have enough money to celebrate the country's 250th anniversary, we're gonna have to put ourselves into an austere program for the rest of the year.
I'm not saying that.
Tightly,
I'm saying,
tightly.
I'm in favor of that too.
I'm saying there's
Yep, absolutely.
But there is a limit, like,
You know, music, free food, games.
I mean, the band doesn't charge anything. We could give them $5 and I'll be happy, and food is, so. I think we can put a nice event together that people will remember. And,
Well, so then you should.
I just know that we passed a very tight budget and none of this was in it. So to find it at a $0 balance, something else is gonna get cut. And I'm not saying that we're not going to, we just need to
Well, I
find
don't know what
where.
happened to if you took special events out. I don't remember the council discussing that item. I think
Well,
that
that's like
There was like $2,000 in that special event budget, you know, it wasn't 10 grand.
You can take a look at it at finance.
It doesn't hurt to look.
Well, we all got something to work on then. Somebody looking for money and somebody else looking for money.
I'm doing fundraisers, so that's fine.
I'd be all right with the total 8,400.
Okay,
It's a lot easier to find and, well, not a lot easier, but it'd be easier than 10.
sure. I'm comfortable with 8,400 if they can find $5,000.
Yeah, see.
So I'm not.
Same, Mindy? Terry? Sue? Zach?
No.
No?
I'm fine with it.
Okay, we got majority.
Okay.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Just on that note of Sunny Quincentennial, our next event is this weekend with our tour of homes that's sponsored by the Fulton Historical Society. It's not a fundraiser for it. It is strictly just a community event. And so if you've not gotten a ticket, we have them for sale. It's Friday and Saturday. So you can do a couple on Friday if you want, a couple on Saturday. You don't have to do them all on one day. We're excited about the homes that are, one in particular that you can never see unless you have an invitation in. Just wanted to share all that with you. I think it's always great when alderpersons show up at civic events, so what you would do.
Final thing before we go to closed is, the standing committees. If you all don't mind, before the next meeting, send me like your top 4, what you'd like to be a part of, and just rank those out for me, because I'd like to change these every fiscal year anyway, and
What page is that?
it's not a page.
What are all the meetings? Do we have a list of all of them?
Yeah, I'll get it to you. But,
Typically, we have only done that every 2 years. Is it the 2 years up here? No?
no, I did it last year, and
Okay.
I plan to do it every year, annually. And as Zach had mentioned with it, that has me thinking is like even the roles, if maybe you were the chair, but you're on, so we'll switch everyone. If everyone's just gonna stay where they are, you'll probably get switched anyway from non-chair to chair, and it'll be the other person's turn to do the minutes.
All I have to say is not it on those.
Well, you can decline to, like, I don't wanna be on any committee. That's
Oh, no, I
fine
just don't
too.
wanna take minutes.
If everyone wants to not take minutes, then we won't be anywhere. Anyone else? All right, next.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So the past few, I don't know, few weeks I've been coming, with real estate, it gets busy, so I've been flying around downtown and that, driving safely. But there's kids I've been noticing a lot with those picnic tables that you guys put over in that gravel next to.
They're not there anymore.
Okay, well, they were there, and I noticed a lot of kids that were hanging out over there with their bikes and stuff and drinking, I don't know, whatever, pop, whatever, and then just biking around downtown and that. Is there any way, I know you had talked about it, Barb, about like making that like cement there. Is there anything we can do so we can have like a couple picnic tables down there? Cause it was really cool seeing the kids down there. They were like riding around, but they were just sitting there and relaxing. Is there any way we can make that a more permanent thing?
If we don't have a drone.
If what?
Is that if we don't have a drone at the 250th festival?
I'm just thinking about, all about improving the town. I mean, I don't know how much that would be. It's a smaller area. But again, I've seen kids down there and that's the whole purpose. I mean, I'd much rather see kids riding bikes and that instead of doing stuff that they can be doing. And it was cool that and it wasn't just one night. It was probably 4 or 5 different nights when I was down there that I seen them.
Look at it.
Is that something that we could pave or needs to be hired professional?
Small ones, public works could do it.
You guys,
You gotta figure out where you come up with the funding from.
yeah.
I thought we talked about just putting some that's where truckers were gonna,
There's been-
food vendors and
There's
everything.
been a bunch of different ideas, nothing's ever,
We don't need to be throwing a bunch of money into an empty
No,
lot
I
that we
agree.
potentially could be selling.
Exactly.
That's my opinion.
I agree with Zach.
How long has it been for sale?
10 years, I believe.
I didn't even know it was for sale. I just thought it was just there.
It hasn't been marketed at all.
Anyone else? All right, then I make a motion to go into closed session to discuss personnel litigation and property. Motion, please. Roll call, please, Tori.
Alderperson King,
Yes.
Nass,
Yes.
Ratcliffe,
Yes.
Sewell,
Yes.
Van Campen,
Yes.
Holmstrom,
yes.
Bergrat,
Yes.
All right, at this time, we'll convene the closed session. Kindly ask